The Microsoft 365 Messaging MS-203 exam is a certification exam for messaging administrators who work with Microsoft 365 applications and Azure AD. The exam covers topics such as managing organizational settings and resources, planning and managing mail transport architecture, planning and implementing a hybrid configuration and migration, and securing the messaging environment. The exam benefits candidates who want to validate their skills and demonstrate their expertise in Microsoft 365 messaging. 1. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant that contains a custom role group named RGI. You need to prevent users assigned to RGI from running a specific CMD-let. Which CMD-let should you run to modify RG1? A. Remove entry. B. Remove management role assignment. C. Set management scope. D. Disable CMD1 at extension agent. 2. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization that contains several thousand users. Most users connect to their mailbox by using a mobile device. A new corporate security policy requires that when connecting from a mobile device, all users on devices that run iOS must use the Outlook mobile app only. You need to modify the organization to meet the security requirement. What should you do? A. From the Exchange Management Shell, run the New Device Conditional Access Policy CMD-let. B. From the Exchange Admin Center, create a Mobile Device Access Rule. C. From the Exchange Management Shell, run the New Device Configuration Rule CMD-let. D. From the Exchange Admin Center, modify the default Mobile Device Mailbox Policy. 3. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant that contains 1,000 users. You need to prevent 100 users in the finance department at your company from using direct file access when using Outlook on the web. The solution must ensure that all the other users in the company can continue to use direct file access when using Outlook on the web. What should you do? A. Modify the default sharing policy. B. Create and assign an Outlook web app policy. C. Create and assign a sharing policy. D. Modify the default Outlook web app policy. 4. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant that uses an email domain named contoso.com. Your company has a partnership with another company named fabricam.com. You need to ensure that all email messages sent to and received by the users at fabricam.com are encrypted by using TLS. What should you create in the Exchange Admin Center? A. One connector and one remote domain. B. One remote domain and one accepted domain. C. One connector and one accepted domain. D. Two connectors. 5. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant. All users have Exchange Online mailboxes. Your company has 10 projectors that are used by 30 managers. You need to recommend a solution to manage the availability and scheduling of the projectors. The solution must not require additional Microsoft 365 licenses. What Exchange Online object should you recommend creating for each projector? A. A public folder. B. A distribution list. C. A user mailbox. D. A resource mailbox. 6. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization that contains 5,000 mailboxes. You need to migrate 1,000 users to Exchange Online. The migrated users must support Hybrid Modern Authentication (HMA). Which migration method should you use? A. Cutover migration. B. Full hybrid migration. C. Minimal hybrid migration. D. Express hybrid migration. 7. You have a Microsoft 365 E3 subscription that uses Microsoft Exchange Online. You need to retain audit log entries for users in the legal department for up to 1 year. Which 2 actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. For the default audit log retention policy, set duration to 1 year. B. Assign a Microsoft Office 365 E5 license to each legal department user. C. Create a retention policy that has a 1-year retention tag and apply the policy to the user mailboxes in the legal department. D. Create a new audit log retention policy and assign the policy to the legal department. E. Assign a Microsoft Office 365 E5 license to each user in the tenant. 8. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant that contains 1,000 users. A user recently sent an email message that was never received by a recipient on the Internet. From the Exchange Admin Center, you successfully run a message trace but cannot see the message in the trace. What is the most likely reason why the message fails to appear in the message trace? A. The user addressed the message to multiple internal and external receipts. B. The user encrypted the email message. C. Your administrative user account requires additional rights. D. The message is in the user's outbox folder. 9. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization. You need to ensure that a user named user1 can prevent mailbox content from being deleted if the content contains the words Fabricam and confidential. What should you do? A. Add user1 to the Organization Management role group. B. Add user1 to the Records Management role group. C. Assign the Mailbox Search and Mailbox Import-Export. D. Assign the Mailbox Search and Legal Hold Management roles to user1. 10. You have a hybrid deployment between a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant and an on-premises Exchange Server 2019 organization. Users report that emails sent from Exchange Online mailboxes to the on-premises Exchange Server mailboxes are undelivered. You need to review the non-delivery report, NDR, for each undelivered email. What should you use? A. Message trace in the Exchange Admin Center. B. Auditing in the Exchange Admin Center. C. The SMTP protocol logs in Exchange Server. D. The transport logs in Exchange Server.